What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mike Lemming, and I am back with a week 20 update on my 75-gallon reef tank. First and foremost, hope you guys had a good Christmas and good New Year's. I ended up going to Florida for an 8-day vacation, and when I got back, there was some disaster with my quarantine tanks. First off, I had been going fishless in my reef tank for 7 weeks. 7 weeks was just on Friday, but when I got back, I noticed that I lost my powder blue tang, my purple pseudochromis, my blue-green chromis, my purple firefish, and right before I left, I ended up losing both clowns when I noticed fin rot. So it might be fin rot, might not be, but I started, medicating for fin rot, and shortly after lost both of those. So basically, when I got back from Florida, I had 3 fish remaining, and those were a yellow watchman goby, a purple tang, and the sailfin. I ended up returning the sailfin on Friday. I just, it was a little bit bigger of a tang, and I just didn't want aggression in my tank, so I got rid of him, and I ended up picking up a mandarin. Now, I don't know if that was a smart idea or not, but 7 weeks of fishless meant, in my mind, that I had enough time to grow up a decent pod population. Now I do notice them all over the tank, so we will see. I plan on adding more soon. I don't know when I'll make that order, but I do want to add some to the refugium and just give this guy something to eat. He is awesome. I don't get to see him often, but when I do, he's a really good dude. Also, that was week 7 when I put him in of fishless. So it was 7 weeks I put him in, and the next day on Saturday is when I added the purple tang and the yellow watchman goby into the main display. Now, I thought about going 8 to 10 weeks, but I did a little research during week 6, and a lot of people are saying 30 days, 60 days, is enough. A lot of people are saying like 45 days is enough, but I waited 7 weeks, so I felt like, or I'm hoping that's enough. So we will soon find out. The yellow watchman goby, within 1 day of putting him back in the tank, paired up with his pistol shrimp friend again. So that's cool. They're hanging out, living together, and everything seems well. So good thing about this is now I have open quarantine tank. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I might just go get some clowns again, or I don't know. I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna quarantine everything and do it right. Make sure I keep this ick parasite out of the main tank. As far as the main tank, the parameters are doing really well. I've been testing, damn near every day, and with very slight fluctuations. My calcium has been around 450, magnesium around 1250, my alkalinity has been roughly stable around 8.2, and ammonia nitrites are 0. Nitrates are between 0 and 5, if I can read the orange color on the API test kit correctly, but I think that all my parameters are staying consistent because of the calc I've added. Now, calc has been in my system for, I'd say, six weeks again, something like that. I took it offline for a little while, but I put it back, and it seems to be doing well. I put like a heaping teaspoon of kalkwasser in there. I let it dissolve for a day, and then I put it in the auto top off, and like I said, it seems to be doing really well. My pH has been stable around 7.9. Now, I know it's a little lower than where I would like it, or where you guys think I should have it, but it's stable. And from my experience and research, it says don't chase it as long as it's somewhat close and it's not fluctuating, just to be happy with it. So with the new parameters, a lot of my corals are doing really well. I actually moved up some Euphilia. I had most of them on the sand bed, just getting used to the T5s, and I just recently on Friday moved them up, and since then my frog spawn's as big as it's ever been. I have a little one-headed hammer. It's as big as it's ever been, and my torch is crushing it right now. It's puffy, it's big, it's all over the place. So soon enough, I'm gonna take these Euphilia off the frag plugs and actually glue them to the rock. I keep them on the frag plugs just to make sure that they like the spot that I put them in, and if they do, then I'll take them off. So that is soon to come. Other than that, like I had some birds nests in the tank, and last, one of the couple updates ago, I had basically given up on SPS for a while, but I did buy a like a bird's nest colony that ended up breaking on accident. So now I have a few frags of it, but I've been keeping them on the sand bed where they are all doing great. So this morning I actually put one probably like 8 inches higher on one of the rocks. It's still on a frag plug, but I put it up there. So we will see in the next few weeks how it's doing, and if that's doing well, maybe I'll slowly inch them slowly acclimate some more SPS back to the system. But other than that, everything's doing well. My zoas are really doing really good. Mushrooms doing great. Ricordea is doing great. So far I'm happy. Another thing that's really cool with the parameters is that I had 3 or 4 SPS corals that I thought were done. One is a Pasillopora, there's a Stylophora, there is a couple Monty caps, there's another pink something, I forget what it is, but surprisingly they all have color and polyps again. Now they're not completely healthy, they just started growing, extending their polyps. So somebody told me a while ago that if you think an SPS is dead, don't take it out, and I took that advice, and it's actually working out really well. Like I said, they're coming back, so hopefully this is the start to some good things. I've been up on my water changes. If you guys have been following along, I wasn't really doing them that often. Now I'm trying to do them like once every couple weeks. I think I might jump it down, even though it's a 75-gallon tank. I might start doing 5-gallon water changes weekly. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but 20 gallons in a month is more than, it's like 25% or something. So if you guys think that's good, let me know. 5 gallons a week, again, is not a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, in a month's time, that's 20% water change. So if that's good, let me know. I think it's something that I can attain, and I think I'm going to do that. T5s are working out really well. I have 2 bulbs on one timer and 2 bulbs on the other. Right now I'm only running 1 Aqua Blue Special, 1 Blue Plus, and then the 2 Coral Life Actinics. So I want to get rid of the Actinics and probably pick up another ATI Blue Plus and a Coral Plus. But that's coming soon. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I will do that. Back to my parameters, one thing that if you guys have been following along, that you notice I've had a small hair algae problem, and I added Phosguard to the system, and it was doing well for a little while. It's still doing well. There's not really any growth. It's just not gone. So the other day I pulled it out. So we'll see if it grows back or not. Obviously, when you're trying to get hair algae out of the tank, it's damn near impossible to get all of it. But I tried really well getting my hands in the tank, pulling out this stuff. Crazy thing is my phosphates, even at night when my lights aren't on, it's still reading 0. So it's not. The hair algae is not gone, but it's not getting, it's not growing. So I kind of chalk that up as a win. Other than that, I'm fairly happy. Obviously I want the corals in my tank to grow out. I want this tank to look like it's not just rock in the tank. So that'll come soon. On a side note, I wanted to thank all of my subscribers for all the views, all the subs, all the comments. I'm getting real close to 600, which is another milestone for me. I may do a contest for it. We will see. But again, I owe it all to you guys. Everybody says that they owe it to the subscribers, but I really do. I wouldn't really care to even do these videos if I didn't have people that are interested in commenting and watching. So again, thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, leave them down low. Again, I appreciate all you guys. Mike Lemon, you boys out. Peace.